A few weeks ago, Prime Minister Modi came on television. He gave out a strong call, vocal for local. He said we should make use of this opportunity that coronavirus has given us. Now what do we do? Hey there my fellow Indians, welcome to NewsHamster. Today we shall discuss why India can or why India can't be AtmaNirbhar. Let us start with why India cannot be AtmaNirbhar. Let me tell you about these concepts called FDI and FPI. FDI stands for Foreign Direct Investment and FPI stands for Foreign Portfolio Investment. Now in these concepts, foreign companies and businesses come and invest in India. They also manufacture in India and they also sell in India. That is why you have companies like Nike, Adidas and some other companies, and we choose to buy them over Indian companies like Bata, Relaxo, etc. These companies also tend to invest in Indian companies like Zomato, Paytm, etc. India cannot be Atmanirbhar until we provide an impetus to our manufacturing sector. Well, the manufacturing sector or the industrial sector contributes 29% to our GDP, and maximum of this comes from foreign manufacturing companies. Well, we can also note the fact that we lack an ecosystem to harness innovation in India. Let me tell you how. Most of the startups in the country start in metropolitan cities like Bengaluru, Hyderabad, Mumbai, Delhi, etc. But do you think innovation does not happen in villages? It does. But this innovation goes unnoticed, and that's why we have regional disparities in growth. Let me give you an example of how innovation happens in our villages. Let me tell you about Gunavati Chandrasekharan from a small village called Shivakasi in Tamil Nadu. Her passion for quilling made her choose this as her career. Today, she started a brand called Guna's Quillings and she has trained over 2,000 people in her village. Most of them were orphan students, orphan kids, women, homemakers, etc. She has been invited by the British Council to give out a speech on how to be a successful entrepreneur. She is also a part of the British Guild, which is a quilling group in UK. Now this is called as grassroots level innovation. Now most of this goes unnoticed. As you know, this is just one example. You can find millions of this if you go online. Now we need a stronger ecosystem to harness this kind of innovation, not just in metropolitan cities, not just for startups, but also for villages. And we need a better economic policy for these villages to make them more equitable, sustainable and stronger. But you know, today this is not the concept, because we need to believe the fact that India, real India, lies in its villages. The basis of all this is R&D, research and development, as you know. And India spends less than 1% of its GDP on R&D, that is 0.6 to 0.7%, that equals to around 1,04,000 crore rupees. And most of this amount goes to mainstream departments like atomic energy, nuclear energy, space, etc. And nothing reaches the grassroots where it is mostly required. If you have a look at the migrant scenario, you can see, as you've seen, those migrants walk back to their homes. There are hundreds and thousands of migrants in India, that is labor force in India, but we are not able to utilize them. There is a regional disparity in the growth of these cities. As a result, migrants from city X travel all the way to city Y to sustain themselves, to earn some good money. And when a pandemic like COVID-19 hits, they wait for Sonu Sood to arrange buses for them. Talking about human capital, a small aspect of it, let me tell you that 53% of children in India are anemic, 23% children in India are stunted, 38% children in India are wasted. Remember, this is the same population you're banking upon to drive your economy in the future, and also you're saving your water environment for them. These are the simple reasons why India can't be Atmanirbhar. Now I will tell you how and why India can be Atmanirbhar. See, India has the second largest population in the world. And the government needs to adequately spend on these people, not by giving them packages like the 20,000 crore wala package, but creating new money, giving new money by pushing the demand in the economy, by investing on health of the people, by investing on the education of the people, also by investing on the demographic dividend adequately. What is demographic dividend? It is simple. It is the economic growth that we get due to the shift in the age of the population. Let me put it in simple words. In India, 62% of the population is between the age of 15 to 59. Now imagine how we can bank on this set of population if this population is adequately healthy, if it's adequately educated, and mostly if this is adequately skilled. This is how India can be Atmanirbhar. Also, we need to invest the right amount of money on infrastructure so that there is uniform growth both in cities as well as in villages. What else can we do? We need to take this vocal for local formula seriously, and not let it remain a jumla like how it originated. The government has to provide an impetus to all the local businesses, all the local manufacturers, help them grow, help them market, help them export, so on and so forth. Grassroot, grassroot, grassroot. We need to focus on grassroot, only then there will be growth automatically. Most importantly, we cannot be Atmanirbhar if we plan on installing TikTok and then we boycott China. We are thinking of boycotting China and Chinese products. I'll tell you simply why. Because it's not only you who can play that boycott game. China can do it as well. And if China plans on doing it, we'll be in a tough situation. Because China stands third in line for our exports. We export items worth $16 billion to China. And when our government was busy fulfilling election promises, China successfully entered India and invested in Indian companies like Paytm, Zomato, etc. We import drug and electronics related items worth $70 billion from China. $17 billion is what we import from them. And we export just 3% for them. So our Indian export stands at only 3% for China, a meager 3%. They won't even be bothered with it. So what do we do about this? How do we win this? Go vocal for local. It's simple. It's a virtuous cycle that we have to participate. You and me have a very vital role to play, and so does the government. That is how India can be Atmanirbhar. Well, that's it from my side. If you like the video, like, share and subscribe to NewsHamster. Do share it, and if you have any ideas, write in the comment section about how India can or can't be Atmanirbhar, and we shall discuss. Well, if you like my t-shirt, then you can check it out in the description box. And this is Vocal for Local because this brand talks about environment, climate change and social equality. Until next time, Jai Hind, bye-bye.